Well, it's our pleasure to have today the offensive line coach for the Golden Eagles, Pete Perot. And Pete, talk about coming back to Southern Miss. You're one of the guys on this staff that has put in some years here with the Golden Eagles. Talk about what you remember about the first time you were here at Southern Miss.
Well, back in 1997, had an opportunity to come here to Hattiesburg, here at the University of Southern Mississippi, and just to me, it was such a breath of fresh air, and have an opportunity to coach the kids that I coached here, and win the conference championships that we won. Lost one conference game in the 3 years I was here. So looking forward to, getting that back and getting this thing going again.
Yeah, that was a pretty good stretch there. The championship in 97 and 98, lost a heartbreaker to Tulane, or you had another championship and then another championship in 99. So that was a great run. And you had a lot of great players, particularly up there on that offensive line.
Yeah, we did. Casey Keith was a real good player for us at guard. We also had Tucker. They were younger guys. They were redshirt freshmen, and Bridges, Frankie Firestone, Hopgood. So, the other thing, you put a back in the backfield like Derek Nix, and then you really have something too. And you had Sherrod and you had Pinkston outside. So, of course, quarterbacks make a difference too.
Yeah, you had, Harold Shaw and Eric Booth and the quarterback, Lee Roberts, and then Jeff Kelly. So a pretty good string of offensive players.
Yeah, we really did. And then the other thing, I think we complemented our defense too, and had some great players on defense.
Well, you got a chance to come back to Southern Miss. You'd been at Louisiana Tech for a number of years. When you got the opportunity, when Coach Monken got the job to come back to Southern Miss, what made you take that leap to want to come back and be a part of the Golden Eagles?
Well, I felt like at this time, and really knowing Todd and coaching with Todd for a couple of years at Louisiana Tech, and staying in touch with him over the years, it was kind of a no-brainer for me. And knowing facility-wise here, knowing the hotbed of athletes that we can recruit here, it was just, to me, it was a no-brainer.
Talk about, you mentioned Coach Monken, and you had spent some time at Louisiana Tech. For our fans who still may not know a lot about Todd Monken, what your impressions of Todd and what he sort of brings to the table?
Well, to me, Todd's a go-getter. I mean, Todd's very enthusiastic. There's going to be times when Todd's going to get on you and he's going to get mad and upset and this and that, because he wants it to be the right way. And but just a down-to-earth, good guy, a lot of enthusiasm, and comes to work every day.
As you and I talk, obviously spring practice has been over for a while. What did you want to try to accomplish in spring practice as far as the offensive line is concerned, and were you able to do most of what you wanted to do?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing was giving them an idea of kind of find out kind of where they are. Okay, then the other thing is teaching them some of the things that we do, and then why we do them. And I think we accomplished a lot of that. Now, we got a long way to go. And, but the thing that we did have, I think our kids came to work every day, which that was one of the things that really pushed me to come in here, because this program's been built on, hard work, being persistent. And I think that's what our kids did every day. They showed up, they came to work every day, and tried to do the things that you asked them to do. Were they always right? No. Hey, am I always right? Probably not, But, the middle ground of, hey, they know I care about them. They know we care about them as a staff. And I think that's going to help us in the long run.
lost a couple of, I guess, a couple of starters off of last year's offensive line. How about the group as a whole? Do you like the guys you've got there? And obviously you got to probably have more depth as you go along.
Sure. I mean, I think all our kids, like I said, they've come to work every day. They want to learn, and you know, the biggest thing, I know we lost a few guys, but hey, that's every year and everywhere you're at. You're going to lose a few guys, you know, here and there. It's that they're going to work hard this summer, you know, and get ready to go in the fall, and that's our number one goal, is being ready to go in the fall and picking up where we left off in the spring and continue to get better and better every day.
Was there anybody in particular that sort of stood out in your mind during the spring, or and you don't have to necessarily point by out if you don't want to, but did anybody in particular stand out in the offensive line?
Well, just like I said, you know, I think, you know, far as just trying to learn everything that we're doing, and I think all our kids did that. You know, they work very, very hard, and you know, I feel like we'll continue to get better, you know, every day that we're on the field and in the classroom.
Talk about your philosophy about the offensive line. If somebody's going to play in the offensive line for you, what type of player do they have to be? What do they have to be able to do?
Well, I think the biggest thing is sometimes you want to take a kid that has more nasty in him than he has athletic ability, and that's just probably all of us as O-line guys. You know, you really love the guy that may not be as athletic, but he's smarter. Okay, he knows what to do and he knows how to do it, and then he's got a little nasty to him to get it finished and get it done.
You've coached the offensive line over an era where offenses have started to change. They've gone, just about everybody nowadays is some sort of a spread offensive football team. How has the role of the offensive lineman, or the types of guys maybe you recruit, changed because of the spread?
Well, you know, the spread has changed a little bit. You know, a lot of people say that the spread has made offenses soft. I disagree with that. I think it's the way you coach it and the way that they respond to it. Now, it is a little bit different because there's probably a little bit more pass to it, bubble screens, you know, and things like that. But, you know, far as O-line guys, guys that you look for every day, the guys that you want in your program and that you want to coach, I really don't think that's changed that much.
It's a sport now where maybe it's a little bit of a misnomer. I mean, the spread, yeah, you're going to pass, but it's also an offense that takes what the defense gives them. And if that's running the ball 35 times, that's what you're going to do.
Yeah, and I mean, the place I was at before, and it's the same way here, it's just like what you're saying. Hey, whatever they're giving us or whatever it takes us to win, as we look at it the week before going into that week, that's what we're going to do. So if it's running it 50 times and throwing it 30 times, hey, we may have to do that. If it's throwing it 60 times and running it 40 times, because we're going to move the pace up. It's going to be a faster pace. We're going to be a no-huddle team. We're going to be a team that's going to be at the line of scrimmage getting the play, and then we're ready and we're going. So that changes a little bit for the defense because they have to be set. They got to be ready to go, and sometimes you do catch them off guard.
When you play in a spread offense, how important is depth, whether it's in the offensive line or anywhere else? Is that one of the keys to have enough interchangeable parts to keep up that pace and do that?
Well, I think the depth part of it is something that, you know, the receivers are running a lot of routes, maybe deep routes and things like that. We're playing pretty much up front, where we don't probably have to go as far. You know what I'm saying? But I've always been a guy, hey, I'm going to play the best five, okay? And then hopefully we can find 6, 7, and 8 to be able to spot guys in, get them experience. But our number one goal is, hey, on Saturday night or maybe a Thursday night or whenever it is that we play, that we're going out to win that football game. And if it's 5 guys in there getting 100 plays, hey, so be it. And that's the way we are.
Your guys will be here all summer. It's become a year-round sport. But when you start back practicing in early August, from the offensive line standpoint, where's the attention? Does it become more X's and O's maybe than it was back in the spring?
Just cleaning up some of the things that we did in the springtime. Them continuing to come out there and get better, working at techniques and doing the things that we want them to do, and understanding why we want them to do it that way.
You know from your years at Southern Miss doesn't shy away from anybody. They always enjoy playing the tough schedule, and this year certainly is that way, particularly at the start of the year.
Yeah, we've got 4 pretty tough games. The first one here, being Texas State, and they're a good football team. I played them last year, and it took us about 60-something points to score and be able to beat them. So, and then you got Arkansas, and you got Nebraska, and also Boise State, who's none of those guys are pushovers. So, I think it's been like that, and that's what these kids come here for. They come here to play the competition and have an opportunity to play against the best, and that's what we're going to do.
You've also been out recruiting when the rules allow. What's the response been like from high school or junior college guys when you've talked to them about Southern Miss?
Well, you can't really talk to kids in the springtime, and they know you're there, and they're excited about you as a scout or a recruiter and watching them practice. And they can call you. You can call them one time. So the response has been really, really good by the head coaches and the assistant coaches out on the road. So looking forward to having a good year this year.
What's got you excited about being back at Southern Miss and about this year and the future of Southern Miss football?
Well, I think the biggest thing is really and truly is working with Todd, and having the opportunity, because of the places that he's been, and hopefully, he can help me a lot, and hopefully I can help him some, and having the opportunity to play on a Thursday or Saturday or whatever it is here in Hattiesburg, because this venue right here is so much different than it was whenever I was here before. I mean, this stadium is bowled in on the south end zone, have the new facility on the north end zone, and it's just really, really exciting for me.
You and Latrell and Latrell Pollard, David Duggan have spent some years at Southern Miss. For some of your new guys on the coaching staff, what's the 1 or 2 things you have been able to tell them about what it's like to be football at Southern Miss?
Just how exciting it is whenever you walk out that door and you walk on this field. It was a little bit different coming out, before, and like I said, as far as the new part of it and just seeing it on TV, I kind of got an idea, but it raised hair on your back, these guys, we have such a good staff, and a lot of camaraderie with the staff, and enjoy each other and work with each other every day. So it's been real neat that way.